Okay, final episode of the season and the longest episode of the show. This is an 80-minute episode of Alice in Borderland, but I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, sometimes with shows, like, unless they're my absolute favorite shows in the world, generally when I see like a super long episode like this, or like the episode's getting longer and longer, I sort of dread it because, like, even though I really like the show a lot of the time, I would think, oh, but you know, I like it for, you know, the length of time that I'm with it, you know, but I don't like being, you know, I don't like it becoming closer and closer to a movie, because I don't tend to watch a lot of movies, specifically because I don't want to sit down and watch an entire movie. So generally I will look at a length like this and go like, oh, it's 80 minutes. Oh no, that's gonna be, you know, that's gonna take a lot out of me. But there are shows where that isn't the case, and I'm like, yes, oh, it's a really long episode. This show is like right in the middle there, maybe a little bit closer to me being excited for it, because I think it's because I feel like there's a lot to do where I'm not too worried about the pacing of this episode now. Because I feel like we've got another game to do, and then possibly some major shit to wrap up and character moments to have, possibly. So what I want in this episode is, I don't know what the heck the game is gonna be, but I want there to be a game, and I want the game to be really interesting. And so I want them to be able to take their time with that, but also be able to wrap up the season properly. Because if I remember correctly, this season is, this season is where they finish with where the manga got up to. So if that's the case, I imagine this is going to be basically like, it could serve as a series finale. I imagine. But I guess we'll see. We'll jump in and check that out. I'm excited for it. As I said, if there's a cool, interesting game here, I'm gonna have a great time. So let's see. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel. And this will be the last episode of Alice in Borderland. I will be replacing the show with something else on the schedule. I don't know what that is for sure yet, but if you're watching this on YouTube, it's possible that whatever I'm replacing it with, episode 1 is already on my Patreon account, so you can go check that out directly and see what it is, because there will be episode 1 of something. I also might make a community post saying Alice in Borderland is going to be replaced by whatever, you know, so keep your eye out for that. But let's jump into Alice in Borderland Season 2, Episode 8. Oh, man. You can die, though. Just so you know, you're allowed to die. The Queen of Hearts, here we go. Croquet? Is it just regular croquet? Neither do I really. I've never played croquet. Why? Without quitting. What? Well, that's an unsettling thing to hear. What are they gonna do to make them quit? Oh, I don't love this, especially since it's a hearts game. It's gonna be fucked up, I think. Okay. Okay. So you're supposed to go blue, red. It was like that order, that color order. Yeah, I imagine it's not an easy game. Nice. Oh, she wins. Okay, that was the first round. Nothing too bad. I mean, maybe she's just crazy and she just wants to play croquet with someone. Maybe there's no difficulty to it. Maybe we're fine. Okay. She's just gonna have it go forever. Or until Usagi bleeds out. Oh no. Is that just the plan? Like Usagi needs medical attention? And she's not letting them get it until they finish the game? Oh god. If it's really just like, hey, do you want to save Usagi or do you want to win the game? Okay, well done. Oh, did he win? Okay. One more round. Oh my god. So she can even just like not even be playing. This is an interesting question. I don't know if she's gonna answer it. Oh my god. That's I've thought like that before. Challenger. She had some ego come through there. Oh no. What does that mean? So is this the future? Wow. I like the reflection in her eyes. Okay. We've just we've figured everything out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just by injecting pleasure compounds. What are we looking at? The flowers? Oh. Is that a camera? What is that? It is a camera. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my. That suit is creepy. Yeah. Oh my god. You're the admin. I love this music. Oh. I mean, it's plausible. That's a plausible explanation for what's happening. Is she just gonna give us a bunch of false explanations for it? Oh my gosh. I mean, there are so many possible explanations you could have for all of this. Nope. We may never get an explanation on what's actually happening. I mean, not really, genuinely. Not for me, not as a viewer. I haven't really been in this show for the mystery aspect of what's going on. Oh shit, man! Holy fuck. She was the one responsible for all that. It makes sense. I mean, she's the Queen of Hearts. I mean, yeah, it's a heart game. It's supposed to be playing with your heart. Mm-hmm. And it will never end. Mm-hmm. Take your finger off the trigger. I like this lullaby-esque music. You just have to clear the game. I don't know if she's gonna tell you. I don't think she's gonna tell you properly. You can't really trust it anymore. Will you? I still don't believe you. Yes. Oh my god. That's kind of a creepy scenario. I don't know if I'd like to be told that one. But I still don't know if it's real.
Arisu.
When?
あなたの主治医、mira.
There's so much being thrown at me. How am I supposed to believe anything?
覚えてないだけ。
These all sound like
覚えてないだけ。
these all sound like fan theories that people had while the series was going on.
だんだんと記憶が蘇ってきた。
Oh my gosh. Oh, don't drop the gun. Is this one real? I don't know. I think I'm going to end the episode and the point is I'm just not going to ever know what's actually real.
だんだんと記憶が
She
蘇っ
looks
てきた。
normal there, but her expression is still like kind of weird and unsettling.
あの子はいつも
So
あなたの
Usagi's there with him.
あの子も大切な人を亡くして
She lost her father.
ここに入院してる。あの花火を見たとき
The reason I
本
don't
当は
I
何が
extra don't believe this one is because I feel like a lot of shows use this one as a fake twist. Like the idea that the person is just crazy
さ
and like, you know, having delusions. It's very easy to use this sort of thing as a fake twist. But I mean, who knows? Who fucking knows? Holy fuck! Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh.
自分が何者なのか何のために生きているのか
Yet another plausible ending, this one.
その答え
I'm still not, I don't believe it still. They're making me go crazy.
理不尽なゲームとして現れた
I mean, look, this one is plausible because he's like a gamer, like creating a world in your mind where it's based around
ゲ
games
ームを生き
and
抜
there's
く
croquet on the wall.
ここの正体を知りたいという
Like, sure, I believe this one is the most plausible out of the ones they've
死
said
者
so
の存
far.
在理由を求める気持ちこの世界に存在する意味はあるのか
And you create a world in your mind where you're actually sort of needed in that world. Your skill set is invaluable.
俺なんか生きてる意味がね
This is a really depressing one.
生きてる意味がね俺が生き残った
Oh, I miss these two.
あなたは外で待ってなさいまだ呼ばれてないでしょ彼は今すべてを思い
Is
出
this
そうとして
her snapping him out of it back in the game world?
やめなさい
Yeah. I think that might be what's happening.
ゲームは終わる
The games are still happening. Oh. Oh, yep. You're still bleeding out. Oh my god. Don't quit the game. Don't just, you have to keep playing the game. You need to survive 3 rounds. Oh, well done. But you also can't kill Mira because the game won't complete if she's dead as well. Oh fuck, the bleeding her hands. I don't want this show to end with Usagi dying. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I like her performance here. Oh, no! Usagi! I know why you're doing it, but I don't like it. Oh my god. Oh man. Him being in all the different environments. They're cool, like, iconic environments. Like, it's cool. It just brings me back to the episode when I see those backdrops. It's so cool. They've got great sets. I don't know. This makes me really appreciate the sets for some reason. Oh, I don't want Usagi to die. Oh my god, I hate that. I hate that. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, no, no. True. Don't think about that stuff. It doesn't matter. Yeah, isn't this what Arisu was saying, I think, in a previous episode? He doesn't need a reason for living. He's gonna live anyway. Oh. Man, her crying into her pool of blood is a really sad sight. Oh my god. No. Oh my god, no. Oh, her eyes are moving. Oh. He's reaching for her. Yeah, it's falling apart for you now, Mira. Oh, she's still talking. Oh, these two are very sweet. They love each other so much. Arisu will be like, no thanks. No, I don't want to climb a mountain, thanks. Let's play some fucking croquet. I think I said frucking there. Please pick up a croquet hammer. Let's fucking do this. Hell yeah. Oh, is that real emotion? Is that sadness? Is that frustration? There we go. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Alice.
Someone needs to help her.
もう大丈夫だよ
I don't know, it might be too late to help her. That's a lot of fucking blood. Here's a napkin to clean her up.
使って
Okay, wait, look. Maybe Mira was actually moved by it.
感動しちゃった
She was actually moved by it. Okay, she's still alive and it's holding her wound. I think she'll be okay after all that. Come on, don't choke, Arisu. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just as long as one of them wins. It looks like Mid is not trying to prolong it anymore. Oh, nice. Wow. It's taken them a long time. Oh! She won.
私の勝ち
And it doesn't matter, because that means the game's over. You did it. You played 3 rounds. Goodbye, Blimp! Fuck off, big Blimp!
なあ結局ここは何なんだ
I don't know. I don't even need an answer. I don't know. Maybe we will still get one, but
もうすぐわかるわ
will he?
答えがわかる
2 choices.
あなた自身が何者なのかももっと楽しみなさい
Oh! I forgot that Mira would be killed after that. Oh. Bye, Blimp. Light up the sky. There we go. And fireworks, of course. It started with fireworks, it'll end with fireworks. Okay, all the surviving players will be given a choice. Permanent residence, okay. Well, I don't know. What's the alternative? If you say no, what if they just kill you? Yeah, okay. Oh, hey, I made it here. She crawled all the way over to him. Oh. Good, she agrees. Yep. I mean, I'm trying to think if anyone would accept it. Maybe Chishiya? Or Nidagi? Oh. Oh, these 2 might accept.
無論
Yeah, I was gonna say.
僕もありがたく手にする
Chishiya?
俺は
I have no idea what you're gonna say.
手にしない
Oh,
かな
okay. That's good.
君はどうする
Nidagi, you stay. We don't want you.
手にしね
What? Dude. There's not much back for you where we're going.
永住権を手にしない
Of course. And Arisu says he will, and then they split up.
手にしない
Are we gonna do a kiss? Is that what this is leading to? No. No, it isn't.
いつもの理科は
Karube.
Huh?
What's... Is this our Arisu?
鼻毛出てん
This
ぞ
isn't like...
嘘
Or is it? I don't know.
嘘
Is this a flashback or is this?
なんか押してきたらガガガガガってめっちゃ痛そうじゃね？いやいや爆発の方が痛いから。
Yeah, I think this is. Oh.
ごめん
Oh.
俺のせいで
This might just be in his head.
相変わらず自意識過剰だな。
どうせ自分は特別で選ばれた人間だから思ってんだろ。
何が言いたいんだよはっきり言ってくれよ
てめえ一人の力でクリアできたゲームなんてた
Mm-hmm.
だの一つもねえってことだ。
一生謝り続ければいいのか
バカか。全力で使い切ってみせろよ。
Yeah, they don't want thanks or apologies.
分かった
I love Karube. No, yeah, Karube I think is still my favorite character in the show, even after all of this. Oh shit, man. Feels weird seeing people. Oh! There's Usagi. Oh my god. Oh, there's Reina. Just seeing them in their actual lives. There's Chishiya. Man, so they were all just around, huh? Is there any chance you can see them in the first episode? I doubt it, right? Oh. Jeez. Oh. Oh, it's like a meteor. Okay. And they were inside, like our main cast was inside, so they didn't see all this. Holy shit! Oh my god. That's pretty terrifying. Oh my gosh.
渋谷公園通り付近を中心として犠牲者の方は立田
う
光大
ん
さん、目黒区の政府は軽部大吉さん、
Aww.
赤巻
そういうのサバイバーズギルドって言うんだって。
Yes, it is.
なんで自分だけ助かったのか。
Who's this in the foreground? Is it
なんで助けるこ
Usagi?
とができなかったのか。
Is it anyone we know?
でも兄貴もレスキュー隊に発見された時、心臓が完全に停止してたらしいよ。
Oh gosh.
あ
You got back.
遠いところに行ってたみたいな
Yeah. A long to 2 seasons worth.
親父が泣くの見たの。母さんが死んで以来だったな。
Oh, well, there you go. You matter to your family. This is the thing. People often don't realize, oh, hey. People often don't realize how much they matter to other people. They think their life isn't worth anything. And they convince themselves of that.
あなたも心肺停止を体験されたらしいですね。
Oh my gosh.
よく知って
Everyone's heart stopped.
随分と無駄な生き方をしてきたから、
Wasted.
これからマシな生き方ができそうな気がする。
Weren't you a doctor, Chishiya? I don't know if that's wasted your life. But I guess you want to make more of a change now.
楽でもまあね。
Such a low opinion of himself. Still legless.
頑張ってるんですね。
He's doing it. He's a fucking survivor. If anyone is. Good. Oh. Oh. I'm so glad Raina's getting this moment. I love her.
おかえり。
Oh. Oh, really? Be nice.
光、
Mm. Hi.
使ってもいいですか？
すいません。
Only if you spend your life with me.
待って。お釣り。
Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't see her reach for a change.
ありがとうございます。
Hold hands.
どっかで会ったことありましたっけ？
They both get the same feeling.
待って。
She's like, please, I just want to get back to my room.
それってナンパですか？
いや、そういうわけじゃないんだけど。
But, I mean, if the shoe fits.
ナンパって。すいません。なんか変なこと言いました。
I think it's kind of cute, actually.
忘れちゃったけど。なんかどこかで。
Aw, that's a really pretty shot of her. Something about the colors and the
天気もいいし、
way the light was hitting her.
散歩でも。
Well, it's gonna be hard for her to walk. It's gonna take so much energy out of her. Why don't we go sit in the garden? Why don't we go for a jog? And you can't even hold hands on that side. Stand on the other side. He's going on the other side. Give the bottle. Oh, lean on me. That's sweet. The cards. Oh no. Is this like a season 3 tease? Like there's a Joker left over? There's one card they didn't do? That's a creepy Joker. That's a really creepy card. Kinda awesome. I think I really liked that. It's kind of hard to tell with like, I mean, well now I'm very curious about like season 3 because this like seems like a good series finale, but also I think, and my phone activated, I think the like tease at the end makes me think there could be some interesting stuff for season 3, and then that would actually give us, because like this ending, this is a sort of like vague-ish ending where it's like you can kind of, it can kind of be a toss-up on like what the Borderland is and like how much of it is like metaphor and how much of it maybe did actually happen in some weird alternate world or whatever. It's like it's kind of difficult to tell, but if there is going to be a season 3 and if theoretically it's, you know, continuing the story, and if that is a tease for season 3 at the end with the Joker card, which I think that's a really cool idea, like that I think that's really clever, having the difficulty all be like playing cards and we get through what we think is all of them, but I wasn't even the entire time thinking about the fact that there could be a Joker card, and it's like reminding the audience like, hey, you forgot that this is normally in a deck of cards as well, right? Like there's still some unresolved business. So I actually think that's kind of a cool tease. But yeah, I think this is like the sort of ending. It's funny that I feel like this sort of ending is kind of safe, but I don't mind like a safe ending really. But like I do like, because for me when I was watching the show, the answer to what this world is and such didn't really matter to me at all, I will say, because I think I like the game side of it and I liked the characters, and that's kind of what I was in the show for. Not to say I wasn't at all interested in the story of what was going on or whatever, but I just didn't care that much about the mystery aspect of it. So this final episode being very much about like, okay, well, here's a bunch of possibilities on what the mystery of the world could be. And then here is an ending, which is just sort of a like in between, like doesn't give you all the answers, but it wraps things up in a way that makes sense. I think it's done surprisingly well. And you still get to have those, you know, those cute moments of like, it seems like the character development, by the looks of it, has stayed in place. So whether that character development actually happened in the way that we saw it, or whether it happened just because of like a near-death experience that they suffered, that they worked through something in their mind, it could be that. But either way, it still works. So it works on sort of two levels there. But anyway, the only sad thing I would say is that like Croquet as the final game, like they just kind of needed a backdrop for what the final game ended up being. I was kind of hoping for one big, like after the like numbers game and like, you know, these previous games which were really in depth and cool, like it makes sense that you would have the final game, like it's not really about the game, it's about the story that's happening, because you have a big story to tell in that time, so you kind of can't really do a game at the same time. But you know, it's a little sad. It's not the show's fault. I'm not saying it was a fault in like me just hoping for it's just me as a person who loves board games and who loves you know, complicated rule sets and stuff, that I wanted one more from Alice in Borderland, which, I mean, maybe if there's a season 3, maybe we will get more complicated rule sets and I'll be happy. But that was like the only real problem I had in the episode, and it wasn't even a problem with the episode. It was just a sad moment for me. But I still, you know, kind of like the peacefulness of them playing croquet, and I do actually like that moment of like, once Mira has sort of surrendered and gone like, well, you had a moving moment, you seem like you understand things properly, you care about your life and her life, and you have a reason to live properly, and your reason to live might just be finding a reason to live. Once he sort of has all of those moments happen, then they just play a quiet game of croquet. Like I do actually really like that moment, and I think that makes it worth it. Where they're just playing a quiet game of croquet, they're just like hitting it through the thing and going, yes, got it. You know, like it's just like a very nice, simple moment. And then Mira wins, but it doesn't matter. You know, there's no tension to it because it's just about who wins the game. I mean, it's just about them finishing the game. It's not about who wins the game. So I liked that. Sorry, I just have a little thing on my hand that it's distracting me. So yeah, I enjoyed that. It was fun, like having those like different, you know, scenarios for what the show could be. I wonder, like, did the author, when he was writing the manga, did he directly take, I mean, assuming that whole stuff is in the manga, did he directly take like fan theories that people had, like, oh, maybe it's this or maybe it's this, you know? Because I do kind of like when shows acknowledge things that it could be. And like for me, as I said, because I didn't care that much about what the mystery was, the answer, like, I wasn't really going to be that disappointed with any answer, I think. Because for me, it'd be like, oh, well, it was a good show anyway, so it doesn't really matter what it ended up being. But I was thinking for some of them, I was like, oh, I feel like people would be disappointed about this as an ending, wouldn't they? Like the VR one, I was fine with it, and I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool, and I was curious to see what they were going to do with that, and like how they were going to wrap it up based on that VR like ending. But I also was thinking in my head, like, I feel like people are not gonna like this as an ending, because this feels like some people don't like this whole like, oh, it's all a VR virtual experience game type ending, which I kind of get. It's hard to do a twist ending in a series because there's been so many of them done at this point that we kind of know the standards. And this is also why I didn't believe the one where it was like, oh, it's his trauma and it's all in Arisu's mind, and like I didn't like fully believe that one, because I've seen a lot of shows use that as a fake out type thing, because I think back in the day, and I can't use examples of media because I don't really have them off the top of my head, so this is kind of just my speculation, but I think a while ago that was like an actual twist that a lot of stories use, but since it was used so much, a lot of people just kind of started to anticipate it a lot more. So now they use that expectation of people anticipating it to use it as a fake sort of ending. A big example of that I'm thinking is in Community season 3, when they get expelled from the school. They're going through sort of these these things on like it's looking like this is the end of the show, and they like reveal they're all in an insane asylum, and like they were the entire time, and it shows like clips from previous seasons, but actually through the lens of them actually being in an insane asylum. And it's a very funny like sequence of scenes, but then they just like come back and tear that theory to shreds, and they're like, no, that makes no sense, like here's why it doesn't make sense. So that's sort of what I was thinking here. But yeah, man, I don't know if there's much else to say. Overall, Alice in Borderland, I really enjoyed this show. When I was getting into it, when I started the show, I was nervous about like how much I would continue to enjoy the show. Like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I was worried at first for some reason or another that I wouldn't be super into the show, or that I would like it, but I wouldn't love it so much that that when I was watching it, I would get kind of bored with it. But I don't think I ever did really get bored with it. I think it was a kind of perfectly paced show. Maybe there's there'd be a few episodes where I'd cut like 5 or 10 minutes in the middle or something, but it's like not a big deal at all. Like nothing that stands out to me right now. So because of that, I think it was a very well paced show. When the games hit, especially in season 2, they fucking hit. Season 2, I think, knocked it out of the park with the different games in it, and some of these ideas for the games and the way that they showed them off. The presentation of the show was awesome. I really liked the cast. They all did a great job, and they were all like memorable and likable. Except Nidagi. I mean, he's memorable, but he's not likable. But, you know, whatever. Sometimes you need a kind of scumbag character. I don't know. I kind of just wish they had him just stay in the world, you know? He just says, like, no, I want to stay. Because I feel like that would also work for his character in my head. Like, I think him going back is supposed to be, like, an evolution of his character. But for me, I think he's a sort of character that, because throughout the show he kept not evolving, I think it would have been cool to just have him stay as, like, a stubborn dickhead to the end. And he, at the very end, goes, yeah, no, I'm gonna stay here. Like, hey, if the world out there doesn't make sense to me, fuck it, I'll just stay here. And also it would have been good for me as a viewer, because then I would have been like, oh, we're probably not gonna see Nanagi again. Cool, bye. But yeah, whatever. Like, I mean, I think he's I'm not angry at the fact that the character exists in the show. I think having a hateable character like that can benefit the show, and maybe did. I can't tell if it did or not. Maybe it did. But I still have that like subjective, like, oh, I want this guy to, you know, get what's coming to him or something. I don't know what I want from him. I don't know what I want the writers to do with him. I guess that's the problem. Is that, like, I just didn't know how to feel about the character in general. So, but you know, they didn't spend too much time on it. They didn't focus on it too much. They kind of just every once in a while cut back to him doing something and then cut away. So it doesn't really matter. But other than that, I mean, I loved every character. They were all really interesting and fun and cool. And yeah, I liked the game masters of all of season 2's stuff. Like, it was really cool. Really, really cool game and show. But thank you for watching my Alice in Borderland reactions. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to support this video if you liked it. Liking the video, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel. Go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reactions, as well as you can get the next series, whatever I'm starting, on there right now. And go to my Gent Watches One Piece channel if you like One Piece. You can go check out my reactions to that. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.